Today I'd like to share with you some tips about wire. Attaching wire to the back of some of your paper tole pieces will give you control and elevation and also eliminate excessive use of your silicone. The wire that I use is a fabric coated wire or a silk coated wire, which is mostly used in cake decorating. A number 28 or a number 30, and this one is in a roll, and it doesn't have a size, but I would guess that it would be a 28 to a 30 as well. The reason you need to have the fabric covered wire rather than paper covered wire is that when you apply the glue, the paper will unfurl and you'll be left with just a naked strip of wire. Some pieces that I have prepared, these are already cut and coloured and shaped, and these are pieces that I believe need to be wired for support. So the wire has been cut for the horse, and I would run a piece of wire across the back like that and down into the tail. This will support the length and stop the horse curling in. I will also attach wire running up the leg like this and running up the second leg as well. Oops. Like that. So I'm going to attach this with a Easy Flow tacky glue, and I'll apply a little bit to my mat like so. You can run it out and have a strip, but you don't need huge quantities for this. So the first piece of wire I'll attach will be across the back. So the head, pick up some glue like that. Only do half at a time and attach it to your horse through there, and now hold it. You need to hold it for about 20 seconds and it will dry quite quickly. I like to pick up some more glue and then run it just underneath the wire, not onto the paper but onto the wire like that. And you can see that I've already bent the wire into the shape of the horse where I want it to go. And then you're going to move your fingers along like that and just follow that down around into the tail. So then hold that. A good idea is to hold it and count to 20, and that by that time it should be attached. So that's that. Move it like I did there, because you don't want it to overlap and actually attach to your mat. So the next one will be the leg, and always start from the part where you don't want it to overlap at the end. So I'll take some of the wire like that, run it up there, put my fingers on that, and then I bend it around. Again, I like to just pick up a little bit of the glue. This is my pricking tool that I use all the time, or an awl, and hold again for count to 20. Be careful it doesn't slip off the edge, which mine has a little bit there. And I'm using the green wire here. You can buy this in green or white, so that if it does get a little bit close to your edge, it's actually not going to be noticeable. Again, some wire on there, run it up to the leg. A little bit of wire behind and hold. What this does, when the horse is ready to be attached, it allows you to bend the legs into position. So when you shape something that has curves, and I've chosen things with curves, you'll find that the head will fall back there like that. Again, the head on the boy will fall back, so I'll run a wire from there through to there. The wire will come down and through to the bottom of the leg. See the dip in the leg here? So the dip there will be very difficult to prop up, and the head will fall back. This piece is a frond, and as soon as you shape something that's quite curved, you'll find that it really pulls in and it will be far too small to attach to your base print. So now I'm going to allow the little horse to dry. And the next piece of wire, I'll run with the white because it's almost white. And we're going to come up like that. There, run it approximately, bend it around a little bit, just to give you an estimate of the length of the piece. You can trim it back a little bit further after. And this is a good reason here why you will see it's not the best thing to dip your wire into the bottle. You'll pick up glue all around it. This is very, very thin, this leg, and we only want glue on the bottom side. So these are the completed pieces, the horse now, and I can control the head, lift the head slightly like that. Make sure the bend is there in the leg a little bit. With the bird especially, he's very out of control once shaped. So now we can bend the wire and get the head sitting up a little bit. We can also even out the leg like that. The wire bends very easily. It's not a heavy duty wire, but see how it's nicely aligned now without the head falling back. And the important thing is when you do these that you need to align this before you attach the piece. Don't attach it and then try and pull it around. Bend the head a little bit there, the neck, so the head sits up. You can bend both the legs a little bit. That leg is going away from us. And then they stay in position. So the little boy needs a little bit of a twist like that to straighten him up. So play with them first and get them aligned. And this piece here, which was the biggest challenge, will now fit the image. So once your pieces are aligned and you've had a little play with the wire to make sure that it matches the image, the silicone then doesn't have to be in great quantities. So on this particular horse, I wouldn't put any on the legs. I would put one up near the head and two in the body, just dollops like that. For the bird, again, I wouldn't put any up in the head. You don't need to support the head because the wire supports it. So I would have 3 dollops in the body, probably there, there and there, nothing on the leg. Same with the little boy. 1, 2 and 1 on the head. And then with this one, I wouldn't have any on this bottom end. I'd start here where it's a little bit wider. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I would attach this back end here. I wouldn't put silicone around here. There's no need because you can see how it sits up nicely and it will sit off the print. You can even bend it a little bit further if you wish, just to get a nice curve and get it sitting up off the print like that.